Hello, I'm Todd Timberlake, an astronomy professor at Berry College near Rome, Georgia. In this video, I'm here to tell you about how to safely observe solar eclipses. We have two exciting partial solar eclipses that will be visible from northwest Georgia coming up later this year. One on October 14th of 2023 and another on April 8th of 2024. It's important that everyone has the opportunity to observe these eclipses safely. Berry College will be distributing eclipse viewing cards to the Rome community. Stay tuned for more information about that. The most important thing to know is to not look directly at the sun. Prolonged exposure to sunlight can harm your vision, and looking at the sun through an optical instrument like a telescope or binoculars can be very, very dangerous. Now let's explore some safe ways to observe a solar eclipse. We're going to start with our most sophisticated method, which is using a telescope. This is an 8-inch telescope. And if we equip the telescope with a solar filter, then it's safe to view the sun. The filter blocks all of the harmful ultraviolet radiation and most of the other light so that you can safely and comfortably view the solar eclipse. Remember, using a telescope requires experience. Our next instrument is a specialized solar telescope, which has the filters built into the telescope tube. This telescope uses what's called a hydrogen alpha filter, which allows you to see surface features on the sun. It also has a device for safely aiming the telescope at the sun. These are binoculars equipped with solar filters. The filters work pretty much the same way as the filter on the telescope, but notice that each lens of the binoculars needs to have its own filter for safe viewing. One thing it's important to remember is that when you look at anything through the binoculars with the filters, everything but the sun will appear black, so you may have to hunt around in order to find the sun. Our next option is an eclipse viewer card, like this one. This uses the same filter material as the telescope and binoculars. It's important that you only use eclipse cards that are ISO 12312-2 approved, and that you make sure that there are no scratches or punctures in the filter material. Simply make sure that you hold the eclipse card in front of your eyes when viewing the sun. Berry College is giving away eclipse cards for viewing the upcoming eclipses. You can pick yours up at the Sarah Hightower Library at the week before the eclipse. So next up, we have a sun spotter, which is a device that uses a series of lenses and mirrors to project an image of the sun onto a screen. This is totally safe because you have no direct exposure to sunlight, you're just viewing an image of the sun. You can build these devices yourself, or you can buy one that's pre-built. If you don't have any of these instruments, you can make a pinhole camera yourself at home. Simply punch a tiny hole in a material that blocks sunlight. Aluminum foil works really well. And the sunlight passing through that hole will form an image of the sun on a screen placed behind the pinhole. You can even use a colander held over a white piece of paper to form lots of tiny images of the sun passing through each hole in the colander. This is an easy, cheap, and safe way of viewing a solar eclipse. Now that you know how to safely view a solar eclipse, mark your calendars for October 14th and April 8th. Berry College will be hosting eclipse viewing events on these dates, and you can find out more information about those eclipses at www.berry.edu/astronomy. Here's hoping for clear skies on Eclipse Day.